Hello, my beautiful and gorgeous bougie friend. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be trying out polygel toes. So I'm going to be removing my old set of press-on toenails, and I'm going to be doing my little burrito method. Do you guys get it? My little burrito method, because look, they look like little burritos. I'm going to be using this method to remove my press-on toenails. If you guys are curious as to how I remove my press-on toenails, I just recently posted a video on how I safely and quickly remove them. So if that is something that you are interested in, make sure to check the video right after this one. Okay, so after 10 or 15 minutes or so, this is what my toenails look like. I have safely and easily removed my old press-on toenail tips from my natural nails. And now let's get into the polygel. So here is my pink polygel box. I'm a little nervous and I'm a little scared to work with polygel, but I'm also really excited. So here are all the colors that I have. The majority of my polygels are all from Makarrt, and I'm going to be digging through my pink box because I am looking for a specific shade of pink. And I found it. This is the shade of pink that I'm looking for. This is by Makarrt. The shade name is 834, and this little gel tube came in this little polygel extension kit. However, I think you could find it as a single on the website. I will link everything that I use in the description box down below. If you are a beginner at polygel, I definitely recommend grabbing these little kits by Makarrt. They come with everything that you need, so you don't have to buy anything extra. Like I mentioned before, it comes with like 4 polygel tubes, a slip solution, a little nail file, a spatula brush, a base coat, and a top coat. And it even comes with dual forms. So if you're a beginner and you don't know what to buy, this kit has everything that you need. So I definitely recommend. I've also used this kit before on my channel, so if it looks familiar, it's because I've done a video on it before. And now let's begin for real. So I'm only going to be wearing one glove throughout this video because I recently got a new tattoo. Ew, I got a 7-7 on my knuckles and I don't want to wear gloves because I don't want it to sweat. So yeah, excuse my little nubs, and let's prep our toenails for polygel. So I am going to begin by taking my little pink cuticle pusher. I got this cuticle pusher from Enail Couture, and I'm just going to try to push back all of the dead skin on my toenails like so. Since I did remove my old press-on toenail tips, I don't have much dead skin to push back, so this is what they look like. And afterwards, I'm going to grab my little cuticle like clipper, and I'm going to clip off any excess dead skin that's just hanging off. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. This is definitely optional. Now I'm going to take my little pink buffing block and I'm going to buff the surface of my natural nails like so, and I'm going to gently do this just to add a little bit of texture to the top of my nails. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to take my isopropyl alcohol and I'm going to clean the tops of my natural nails like so. This will remove any excess oils or dust. And now that I have clean and prepped toes, I am now going to add base coat. This base coat is by Kawaii Nails Collection. I reviewed their products last week, and we also have a giveaway currently going on, so make sure to check out last week's video. And once I'm done painting all of my toenails, I'm going to set them in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, my loves, and now that my nails are out of the UV lamp, it's time to add my tips. So since I'm a little intimidated with working with polygel on my toes, I'm thinking today we could do a little bit of a lazy girl method. Yeah, because it's a lot easier. So I'm going to be using these full cover tips by Makarrt. These are the stiletto pump up tips, and I like these tips because they're really wide and they fit my toes really good. Look, let me show you. Bam. Okay friends, so here is the tip that I'm going to be using on my big toe. This is a size 0, and I'm going to begin by taking some isopropyl alcohol and I'm going to start cleaning the back of my nail like so. The isopropyl alcohol should start drying out the press-on nail tip, and it should start getting a little cloudy like so. Look. And that's okay friend, that's perfectly fine. I am now going to grab some base coat and I'm going to paint the back of my nail like so. And while it's still wet, I'm going to add glitter to the back of it. This is the glitter that I'm going to be using. Isn't she hella cute? I made this little glitter mix with all the glitters in my collection. But if you guys are curious as to what base I use to make this glitter mix, I used this glitter called bubblegum. I found it at Michael's. So if you guys want to make a little glitter mix that's similar to this as well, run to Michael's, friend. This is the glitter that I used. Okay, so with a little brush, I'm going to start applying my glitter to the back of my nail like so. And remember, my base coat is still wet. I haven't set it. And once I'm happy with the amount of glitter on the back of my nail, I'm going to set it in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. And once it's out of the UV lamp, I'm going to squeeze a little bead of my pink polygel here at the base. And with some base coat, I'm going to pat the little bead flat like so. I apologize for being hella off frame. I was trying to like zoom in and pat it at the same time, but it kind of seems like I was a little bit all over the place, so my bad. But as you guys could see here, I am patting my little bead. However, I'm making a mistake. I'm not patting it out flat enough. I accidentally made it a little too thick, and this is when being too thick is a problem. You don't want it to squish or gush all up in your nail, you know what I mean? So try to thin it out as much as you can, but don't let it be see-through. This is what my tip is looking like, friend, and unfortunately I made it really long. Look at it. I almost filled the whole entire tip with polygel. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. And now I'm going to put it on my natural nail like so, and you want to level it out, friend. You do not want it to point upwards, okay? You do not want to set it pointing upwards. And if you have any imperfections, make sure to clean it up with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and you should be good to go. And now I'm going to flash cure my nail with my little handheld UV lamp by Makarrt. And once I'm done flash curing it for like about 10 seconds or so, I'm going to set it in my big UV lamp for 60 seconds. And now that my toe is out of the UV lamp, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip it down. And I'm not going to clip it too low because I am going to take a nail file and I'm going to hand file it short, if that makes any sense. I have better control at the length that I like when using a nail file. Sometimes when I use a nail clipper, I clip too low and then I don't like the length. But after I'm done clipping it down and shaping it to my preferred liking, I'm going to flip the file sideways and I'm going to start flushing the cuticle area with my plastic nail. The reason why I like to do this is because it gives it more of an acrylic nail illusion and less of a plastic nail sitting on top of your toenail type of look. Does that make any sense? Sometimes press-on nails look like press-on nails, but when you flush them with the cuticle into the cuticle area, they look like acrylic nails. I also went ahead and I buffed the rest of my nail as well, and this is what she looks like. I think my big toe looks so pretty, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the rest of my nails really quick so that we could get to designing them. And here are my toes, friend. Wow, that was like super fast and super easy. I loved it. I was really intimidated for nothing. So I took a little wipey with isopropyl alcohol to clean up all the excess dust and oils. And now I am going to add a nice juicy layer of top coat onto my nails. And afterwards, I'm going to set it in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. And here are my toes, friend. I honestly love this method. 10 out of 10 recommend. I thought it was going to be messy since it was polygel, but it was actually really easy. So now let's get started on to the design. So I am going to do a little French tip, and with my Winstonia nail art brush, I'm going to paint a white line going across my nail like so. By the way, I am using Snow White by Kawaii Nails collection, and I'll be linking everything I use in the description box below. And once I'm happy with my little line and once it's even, I'm going to take some white gel polish and I'm going to fill in the rest. And that is how I do my little Frenchies. Also, don't forget to clean up the sides so that you have a nice, clean, crispy look. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks a little bit uneven, don't you think? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. That wasn't on purpose, that was on accident. I'm trying to fix it. I just kept on making it fatter and fatter and fatter, but it still looks nice, no? Okay, so now I'm going to set it in the UV lamp for 60 seconds, and I'm going to move on and I'm going to do the rest of my little toes. And this is how they turned out, and I think they look super cute. I love them. I also still think that my big toenail is still pretty long, but it's okay, we'll file that down later. And now I'm going to add a nice juicy layer of clear top coat over my Frenchies, and then I'm going to set them in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. What up, my beautiful and gorgeous bougie friend? Here are my toes. Now they look super cute as is, and I could leave them like this. However, on Instagram you guys voted on a petty design for me, and you guys picked the zebra design, and here's what it looks like. And I'm planning on doing zebra print all throughout the whole entire nail. So I'm going to grab a black gel paint. This is Black by Kawaii Nails collection, and with a small little nail art brush, like a thin little detail brush, I'm going to do my little zebra stripes all throughout the nail. But halfway through the design, I ended up realizing that I didn't really like the idea of zebra stripes all throughout the nail. So I decided to scrap that idea, and let's just do zebra on the French tip. What do you guys think? I feel like it'll look cleaner and it won't cover up my hard work, because these Frenchies were work. So let's try that. I grabbed an even thinner nail art brush, and now let's do the zebra print again. Zebra print is really easy to do. I usually do my zebra print by loading up my nail art brush with the black gel polish. I wipe it on a napkin to remove the excess gel polish, and then I go ahead and paint a really thin line. As I'm getting to the end of my little zebra stripe, I like to lightly flick it towards the end so that it thins out towards the end. I'm not going to lie, I struggled a little bit, because doing such a tiny little design on such a tiny little space and being so far away from my feet, it was a struggle, friend, but I'm glad that I got it done. And what do you think? Okay, so now I'm going to set my big toe in the UV lamp for 60 seconds so that I don't smudge my little design. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the rest of my toes. So wish me luck. Okay, so I have already set my toes in the UV lamp for 60 seconds, and I think they look amazing. I'm glad that we decided to do zebra French toes instead of doing zebra all over the place. So in order to seal my design, I'm going to be using my brand new and favorite top coat. This is the Magical Top Coat by Kawaii Nails collection, and I'm going to be painting all of my toes with this, and then I'm going to set them in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. I honestly really love this top coat because it's really thick and it's super shiny. You guys, it literally looks like you dipped your toes in gloss. So shiny. Okay, so now I'm going to whip out my crusty, dusty, but trusty Makarrt Rhinestone Glue, and I'm going to add some bling to my toes. I'm going to be adding AB gems. I have this pretty little heart gem that I want to add right here, and smaller gems right on top of it. I also wanted to let you guys know that I will be linking whatever I can down in the description box below. So if you guys want to know where I got my bling, my glue, and everything will be linked down below. Ew, my little toe looks so freaking cute. I love her. And now I'm going to set it in the UV lamp for 60 seconds so I could set my stones in place. And I'm also going to add a little bit more bling to the rest of my toes because we're extra. And this is what they look like with Bling. And friend, I'm shook. These toes look so good. Like, they look like we got them done at a salon or something. This is honestly hands down like a $200 job. Insane. Okay, so I'm gonna set them in the UV lamp for 60 seconds. And while they're setting, I'm going to work on my other foot because girl, our other foot needs to get situated. I'm going to work on that off camera really quick, and I'll be right back with the final results. Well, all right, my beautiful and gorgeous bougie friend, here is my first set of polygel toes. What do you think? Honestly, I'm really proud of them, and I love how they came out. Like, I'm honestly really proud. Normally, I'm a little hesitant to work with polygel because I find it to be a little bit messy, and it's a little tedious to work with sometimes because polygel is really freaking sticky. And I was even more hesitant to work with it on my toes, girl. My face is far away from my feet, and I can't see, and I'm low-key kind of blind. But I found it super easy to work with polygel by doing the lazy girl method. I'd like to credit Femi Beauty because she is the original creator of the lazy girl method, and I learned how to do the lazy girl method from her. And I honestly found this method to be super quick and extremely beginner friendly. So if you are a beginner and you're kind of like on the fence about using polygel, I definitely recommend doing the lazy girl method. Well, all right, my beautiful and gorgeous bougie friend, it's the end of the video, and I'll see you next week. I'd also like to remind you guys that I am currently having a giveaway with Kawaii Nails Collection, aka Kawaii Claws, over on Instagram. So definitely make sure to check out my last video if you want to know the giveaway rules and everything like that. But yeah, good luck to everybody that entered the giveaway. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye.